Elio guys, and welcome back to another episode of Infinite Magicraid, and in today's video we do have the lovely baby girl Maeve as the next character review. Now I do want to take a moment and thank you guys in terms of your support via the videos, leaving comments, and there's been a lot of people requesting different units that I should do videos on. Don't worry guys, that will come in time. I'm just one person trying to take care of everything here, but yeah, we're going to focus on Maeve. So if you pull her, or if you've seen my reroll video, this is a very important unit that everyone should have, or everyone should pray that they can have. I unfortunately don't have her, even though I recommend her to you guys, and in this video it's going to explain why you should have Maeve, or if you have Maeve, you definitely should keep her. So let's go ahead and take a look at this lovely baby girl right here. So she is an attacker, she's also part of the green mark, so that's very useful, especially in terms of the tower mark as well, once we see this kit. And spoiler alert, she is a big unit in terms of a different boss in Infinite Magicraid here. So her basic attack, you guys can read, basically it deals damage and there's a 20% chance to inflict hypnotize on the enemy, which is a form of crowd control. Doesn't really do anything outside of that, but its raw damage is pretty good. The second skill though deals 360% attack damage to a single enemy, so this is a single target unit so far, with a 70% chance to reduce their defense by 60% for 2 turns. Huge. So I already have a move that does decent single target damage and can apply a chunky chance of lowering the enemy's defense, not only by 30%, but by 60%. I am already smiley face gaming, you guys. And then moving on to her passive, each stage of Maeve's damage inflicts 1 layer of slumber mark, and each layer of the slumber mark reduces the target's speed by 5%. And then after it reaches 5 layers, she deals an extra 340% damage and inflicts the hypnotize to the target. And if this move kills, then she deals an additional 200% attack damage to all enemies and inflicts them with hypnotize. Did you literally read what I just said here? So basically what she has here is that after her passive hits a certain number, she basically gets free damage, and if the unit that she hits passes away from that free damage, she gets to basically do another move. Now it's 200% isn't that much, especially as AoE, but this is literal free damage. Especially once this move is booked up, that is a huge increase. And we can see here at exclusive level 2, she also gets an increase by 40% of her attack. Remember the lovely defense down on that target? He's guaranteed to pass away after that. Like, there's no way he's surviving that. Then she also goes in stealth for 2 turns. I just have nothing to say here. This is absolutely wild and wacky. Now, the main money part about Maeve, though, I mean, this all sounds great, is reducing the target speed by 5%. That's going to come in big handy in terms of the guild boss, and she is a big staple unit in terms of the guild boss, because I do want to say that her and a couple of the lovely mythics is pretty much the meta for guild boss right now because of this move. The guild boss you can't really manipulate too much in terms of his speed anymore because of a prior update where people were basically running the gauntlet on the guild boss and he would never get a turn. The Infinite Magicraid developers changed his mechanics, so you can't manipulate him too much. And then with her lovely ultimate called Keen Arrow, she deals 3 stages of 200% attack damage. With this fully booked up, damage goes higher. 3 stages, 3 times 200%, you do the math. And it also has an additional 50% piercing rate, which is disgusting. And exclusive level 3, it deals an extra stage of damage. So it goes up to 4 stages. I have nothing else to say here. Her kit is absolutely wild and wacky. You guys just don't understand how wacky that is. But in terms of her kit here, we can see that she's mainly single target, even though she does have that AoE part of her passive here. So that's going to kind of help us build not only her emblems, but also her gear and then her artifacts. So let's go ahead and move over here to the forge first. So once again, a big reminder to you guys in terms of gearing up your units. The way that I think about the process is, first, remember, what is your unit set out here to do? Maeve, for example, is a single target unit, but she can also kind of manipulate speed a little bit, but she's high single target damage unit, which is very easy to build. So a fearless set makes no sense. Yes, there's crit rate. She doesn't have any elite on her moves anyways. Mastery, she doesn't have dots, so we're going to skip that. Tough set, HP, tenacity, effect, resist. She's single target damage. We're going to skip that. First aid, there's speed, effect, hit, healing effect. She's not healing. She doesn't have any moves outside of her hypnotize that need effect hit, and once again her passive kind of guarantees that hypnotize to stick up to a certain point. While her basic attack does have a little bit of hypnotize up there, 20% doesn't warrant having gear dedicated to that. So that essentially leaves us with 2 sets, because she's not a tank, she's not a healer, she's not leeching, she doesn't have massive AoE damaging moves to take full advantage of the leech. So we have the Slay set and also the Wild set. So that's pretty much it. You want to build this baby girl with high crit rate, and then make sure that you focus on that crit damage as well. But we have the equipment out of the way, so next up we're going to head over here to the emblems, which by head over to the emblems, I'm going to put it up on the screen and show you guys what I personally would do. To kind of help with your intuition of what we're doing here and how we're building this character, remember, what is her main job? Any unit that you pick and you wonder about emblems, what is their main job? In her case, it's going to do damage. Okay. Does she really need support? Technically not. Could the speed be useful? Absolutely. Is it okay if she does defense instead, so she can kind of stay alive longer to do more damage? Once again, I think that's great. You do have options, and of course, don't think that my emblems popping up on the screen is a way that you have to build her. It's just how I would personally build her at the moment. If you see any red marks in terms of these emblems, that is my recommended. The yellow is optional, and if there's no marks on the emblems on the screen, just ignore them. They don't exist. And while we're talking about her anyways, we might as well go ahead and just use this baby girl. So this is her high single target damaging move. Just see the lovely animation of that. That is beautiful. And he already got 3 layers of the Slumber of Mark. Oh my gosh. So that is 1. Yep, so he already went the hypnotize mode. Wow. I didn't figure that they would get 3, but it does make sense because it does hit 3 times. Duh. What you want to do here, I'm going to reset everything. Very similar to Soli, but obviously she does a lot more damage than Soli. You want to start off, if you can, with that lovely defense down action. Go ahead and pop this nasty AF ult. Hit him with the basic attack. That bad boy is asleep if he hasn't passed away. And he's going to be happy that he's asleep at this point in time, because if he doesn't pass away here, he's going to pass away very, very quickly with that defense down. But that pretty much sums up Maeve here, you guys. I just wanted to test her out while I'm talking about her, just to get a more feel of her. Hopefully I can pull her one day. But with her artifacts too, it's pretty, I would say, vanilla, where she needs the additional crit rate. If you can get her with crit damage up there and also attack, that would be sweet. And depending on what you do, you will see a lot of my emblem recommendations also add in speed, because if you're using a character in PvP, you may need certain units to be faster than other units just so you can get a turn and hopefully make them pass away just like this. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want another character review done, feel free to leave that character in the comments below. Once again, I will get to them. Your character reviews will get done. I just can't do them all in one literal day. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. See ya.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.